All right, guys. Well, here we are, September 1st. Um, wow, we're turning very slowly here. Oh, there it goes. All right. Anywho, I don't even know how to get out of here. And that is not my women's shoes. Don't even look at those. Them are not my shoes. I promise. All right, door is open. All right. So while we're kind of running around looking at this, let me see what my phone is dinging at me for. Oh, hey, everybody went on a ride, but I didn't go on a ride because, well, I didn't go on a ride. Supposed to take my Jeep out today, but I didn't. Yes, I apologize terribly. Anyways, well, where we're at is we have no vehicles. I ended up building, let's go into construction mode, and I can kind of show you what's kind of going on here. All right, so this is flat map. Our little bind trigger is right there. Anyways, I have a shop because I have advanced damage systems on. This is kind of a shop with a little living quarters, and this is just some storage. And this also is storage. I think it's the biggest storage I could find. Now, as you look around this, I do have solar panels, so we have some income coming in. But if you look, I don't have any, there's no sell points. I can only sell when I create a sell point. My purpose of this is to just kind of looking at this is I've played Farming Simulator a lot. Maybe not as much as some creators and streamers do, but I don't know what the spinnery does. I don't know what lumber does. I don't know what any of that does. Like, I have no idea. So this is my idea to, let's create a sheep farm. Let's make a spinnery. Well, if we need wool, let's put a cotton field out. You know what I mean? Like, kind of go about everything and kind of figure out the best way and learn how everything works. Like I said, I have no bill or no, I have no, I have no vehicles, and also we do have a loan, and I don't know where the loan is. I do have $1 million loan that's going to be paid. Um, so there's going to be that. Um, Other than that, I don't have too much of anything going on. No sell points. If you go look through this, there's no sell points for anything. So anything I do, I cannot sell anything. So with that said, well, we're going to have to slowly add some stuff in here. So the question I'm going to have, oops, go back to here, is why can I not figure this out? What production factories? It looks like bakery is kind of the first one. Now, little tiny bakery, we might have to, that's kind of a cool bakery. I kind of like that bakery. Huh. Cement factory, carpentry, cereal. I got a cereal factory. Wow, that's huge. Yeah, I got a big cereal factory. I got a cement factory that makes a bunch of cement. So that's pretty cool. A carpentry, cereal, another dairy. That one's kind of a cute little tiny dairy. Grape processing, a grain mill. I think that just makes seeds, maybe. We'll have to figure out which ones fit us better. We have an oil mill. We have a big old paper mill. That thing's kind of cool. We have more sawmills. And one thing that we have to worry about is we don't have any money to do anything. So we're going to have to look at selling points. So we might have to buy a biomass heating plant so we can sell some stuff. And it's how big is this area? You know, it's not too terribly big, but that would be a biomass heating plant for 120. Um, we have some of these little ones, but we're not going to do that. We want to actually build a town. We have a farmer's kiosk. We have a farmer's market. Now, a farmer's market might be something that we look into to be able to sell some things. Um, I'm going to try staying away from big, huge selling stations. Like none of this sell all. We want to kind of sell as we need to. So I think the first thing we're going to do, we need to do something that's going to sell. Let's see, that's hay and straw. Um, Hay, straw, what is that, silage? A little kiosk, that's be kind of nice. A farmer's market's going to be pretty good, 180. We could, and we have this entire map. Like this thing's huge. So this is going to be our little starter farm, but we're going to have to figure out where town's going to be. And I think we can either do a corner back here for a town or something. And I'm trying to look to see if that'll sell, what it's all going to sell. Looks like pig food, canola, whatever, planks, veggies, wood, grass. It does grass. So that's a good thing. Does it do wool? I don't know if we can sell wool or anything like that. It seems to sell, or it seems to buy about anything. We need to be very particular. And it does eggs. Does it do wool? I don't know if it does wool. I'm trying to look in there and see if I can see anything that says anything about wool, because I think we want to do, does milk, hay, corn, sandwiches, meat, potatoes, it looks like wheat. I don't see anything about wool. Sell seeds. We can sell seeds there. Chaff, green beans, and it looks like a couple different goat milks or whatever. I don't know. Whatever. Let's go back to here. Okay, it does cotton. How can I see? I don't know what else it's gonna do. All right, so we're gonna have to figure out how we get here. We're gonna, I wish I could do some, oh, there, now it's doing it and I wasn't looking. It does close. I think it does a little bit of everything. All right, so let's get back to this corner. And I don't know exactly. Okay, let's go back to the construction. We're gonna have to do this kind of interesting like. All right, so I can't. All right, so I guess I can. I just need to zoom in a little more. but we're going to keep some side off of here. Okay, shift. Let's just put a oopsie. All right, so let's go ahead and let's throw a general store in here of sell points. A general store. So we're going to say a general store lives right there. All right, now I don't know where. I guess maybe we can run out this way. Maybe this is the way to get to town. Zoom in here a little bit because I can't see anything. We'll touch up this and add cool stuff in the future. But anyways, it looks like we have some place that we'll be able to at least sell some stuff. All right, so we have something to sell. So first starters, we have something to sell, grass and hay. Let's look anything for sale here because we're going to try to need to save as much money as possible since we only have $230,000 left. Oh, and it looks like we do have an international swather for 10. Okay, that's an international 5,000 diesel swather. So let's go see what these mowers. Oh, there we go. There's a swather. Not too big. It looks like 4 meters, 4.5 meters, or we can have a 7 meter. So 15,000, we can buy a swather. Well, that's a good investment, I think. So let's go ahead and pick up a swather quick. We're going to leave the configuration of everything on how it is. What's this? Oh, yeah, we could put some weights on it because we're going to have the bigger swather. Other than that, I think we're going to leave everything the way it is. Looks like it's averagely hammered. So let's leave that. Let's buy that. And then let's go ahead and let's buy that big mower or the big end. And we're going to put real wood on there only because we like real wood. And we're going to buy that. All right, so that leaves us with 200,000 left. Our stuff should build right here. And when you look into this, if you read down here, it says always warm up your machine before putting it to work. Besides the engine, there are many other parts that need time to warm up, as well as hydraulic oil, the CVT transmission, even fuel temperature, especially in freezing weather. Running the machine cold can cause problems across multiple systems. If the engine temperature is above 50 degrees, 122 degrees Fahrenheit, everything's warmed up properly and the machine can be used safely. So if we look down at our little gauge there, you can see that that we are almost up to temperature. And we're up at 119, 120 degrees Fahrenheit, up to 122. We should be good. So we should be able to X out of the, oops. Maybe that'll go away by itself. I can click it away. So it does have a lot of issues as far as that's concerned. Nothing terrible. Oh, I didn't see what that one was. Shouldn't have clicked it so quickly. And for starters, I think we're going to try to find the road. And there's the road. So, whoa. I don't have any fields yet. We're going to have to buy a tractor and a baler and a wagon for 200,000, which I think it's going to be a little bit dicey for these first little bit of time. But we're just going to have to do with what we can do. Now, once we figure out what we can do for grass or whatever, we're going to need to get a sheep farm at some point in time. And I'm not sure where we're going to put it. We can put it anywhere over here. I mean, there's no rules on what we can do for sheep. So, with that said, you know, we could put that sheep field about anywhere. And I'm all for that. Now I have gas. I believe fuel is rate is really fast. I'm not going to try to. I'm going to try not to tab through vehicles. I'm probably going to have to at some point in time because it's going to be it's going to be ridiculous. And I don't think that road needed to be that big. I mean, that road's pretty hefty. If anybody knows, I think we can't really do road additions because I think I'm only stuck to so many, couple hundred parts, 1,000 parts or whatever it is that I can add to a map. So it's definitely not going to be something that I want to do on that. If you know what I mean, like I don't want to put so much stuff on here that I can't get out of it, which I'm kind of wondering a little bit about. Realistic livestock, the realistic livestock mod that I have. I don't know if that's going to become a thing, because I heard that through the realistic livestock mod that each one of those animals count as a placeholder. Now I don't know how true that is, but we're going to find that out, and we're going to find that out together. So yeah, there we have that. We're gonna figure that all out in one thing together here. Now, my question is, can I get a baler, tractor, and a wagon all before we run out of money? I'm hoping that's the case. I'm hoping we can, and I don't know if we can look at anything on sale. And try not to run off the road as I'm looking through this stuff. We got a Hey there, Gator Boy. What's happening with you? Um, I do see a tractor in there for 47, which I should be able to get a swath or a trailer, like a trailer that'll, it's like a forage wagon in a way to be able to pick up some of this. Now I probably should speed up. Yeah, when we get to the end here, I'll go through because I still have my settings. Yeah, it'll go, yep, save. I still have my settings in real time. We should put that up there. We'll put that up to ×5. I do have it set for, I'm just chilling, trying to figure out, trying to make just a huge city, a town on flat map. I'm just kind of trying to learn what each one of the selling points do. Just kind of, having a little fun with that. All right, so let's turn that more off. And we'll set you down here for a minute. Actually, let's jump out and open this door. I think this has a shop and a wash and a, nope, no shop. You can go ahead and close that again. Well, this one over here I know definitely does. Now we have to, with the advanced damage systems, we have to keep everything clean, try to store everything indoors to keep it from wearing out as fast. So it's going to be one of those things that, I don't know, I guess it wasn't that terribly dirty or not, but I don't know if you've ever used the advanced systems or not, the advanced damage system. But hang out here just a second. I'll get inside and we can see what it is. Oh, that's one thing I have to buy too once we get in here. All right, we'll just put you right in here so we can work on you. All right. So one thing I have to buy while I'm here. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer, but it is. I think they're coming a long way. They're coming a long way with being able to get some better things. So they're doing really well. I don't need a chainsaw, I don't think. But seeing here when oops, repair R. All right, see now if I go to repair with that advanced systems, it says that the workshop is open. You can set the hours to the workshops. The age is 6 months old. Optimal service. It's never had maintenance. Show the maintenance log. There's nothing in maintenance. And it kind of shows everything what's going on with it. The price to overhaul it, the price for maintenance, to do an inspection on it. And each one of these things takes a certain amount of time. And we're not going to do much of that because I don't have enough money to do anything with it anyhow. But let's go run over here to the shop And we have 200,000, 200,000 to go through it. So let's go all the way to the end. That's way too expensive. This little Fiat doesn't seem too bad. It is a workhorse. It's very budget friendly, 38% off. For that kind of horsepower is pretty decent. I could probably do quite a lot with that. I got a FarmTech flatbed and a windrower. So knowing that that's 47, and let's take a look at that. It has 160 horsepower. It has the Acera on it, so I wonder if I turn that. Oh, that's even got the Acera Pro on it. So that is pretty badass. Yeah, PC is definitely kind of the way to go. I mean, it's almost like you can't do this without it. There's so much cool stuff on here. 116, 55. I don't like those. I'm not using. I'm not trying to cheese the game up. I think that horsepower is, I don't think you can beat that. All right, let's see what a forage wagon would be or a baler. Sprayers. Let's see here. Forage wagon. We can get a cheap one for 5,600, but I kind of want to. I kind of want to. I kind of don't want to forage anything. But I can get a small one. It does 16 cubic meters for 30, which isn't too bad. That would be right about 100. Not too bad. What do we got for balers? Let's say, let's just look at, oh, that's just itty bitty bales. We don't want that. Looks like the cheapest we're really going to get in here is going to be in a couple 100,000. Oh, look at that one. Now that's, oh no, that's kind of a, is that a little one? It does up to 240 square bale. I mean, that's as big as a square baler as you can get. For 12? That sounds pretty darn good. And he's 115 horsepower to run it. Okay, round balers. I don't think. I think 12. 180, 150, 125, 150. It looks like these square balers, it looks like this John Deere is probably going to be the best one for it. All right, let's take this plate off because we don't care for plates being on there. And it needs 115 to run it. Let's just go ahead and buy that. And then tractors. Oh, we need a bale trailer transport. 20,000 for, I don't know how many it holds. I don't know if that's even got an auto load on it. These all have auto loads. I think this FarmTech here has an auto load function. So we might do that. That one's 20. That one's 25. I wish it would show how many bales it would hold. It doesn't necessarily. That one does round or square up to 240. I think this FarmTech, I mean, what does this thing look like? AgroLiner. It's a 2021. This is a 2019. This is a 4.5 ton. 4.9. I think I like that Farm Tech for 20. Let's go buy. Let's see, is there anything else in here? We should have looked in here for the. There's this Farm Tech, but it doesn't have auto load system on it that I know of. How much is that square bale loader? Oh, that does round. And this has a front. This has about everything we need, except for a front load attacher. But we can always, we can put it on the back. All right. Okay. Yeah, let's buy that. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we have here. That's a heck of a baler. They lose their original performance as they age. After roughly 1/3 of the vehicle's lifespan, age degradation begins to slightly reduce key characteristics such as power, braking, and other systems. The older the vehicle gets, the stronger the effects become, and is especially noticeable at the end of its lifespan. You can disable it if you need to. All right, well, that's good to know. Hopefully it's strong enough to move this. At least we're gonna hope so. Gotta let it warm up here. I think I might go in that system and redo and reset the tips. Come on, buddy, you can do it. There you go. Oh, we need some square bale twine. Well, who was not expecting that? Twine, square bale twine. I don't know. Let's just buy 2 of those, maybe? Yeah, let's buy 2. Oh, by the way, wear is much lower when your machine is running. So all what that's saying is, can I open any of these compartments? Can't open any compartment. All right. So these twines. Oh, look how tiny they are. Hopefully. Oh. Oh, no. Well, that's not what I wanted to see. Okay, let's throw these over by the door. Well, that's not what I wanted to see. What happened there was this baler. How come my hand isn't? There we go. This baler automatically fills twine up. I don't have to buy twine. I don't necessarily care for that so much. There, you can just, oops. Well, that's not what I wanted to see. I'm going to have to figure out which, oh no. There we go. All right, she's unfolding. Turn veiler on and lower the pickup. So I did like the idea of that. So anyways, where are we gonna put our sheet pen? Do we want to put it quite a ways from here? I hope, can I stay in line? That's one thing about the advanced destruction system too, or advanced damage system, is it will, oh, I can kind of watch that way. All right, that's kind of cool. 500 sheep in that one. I mean, that's that's probably as big as we want to get, no? Unless we want to run smaller, kind of a smaller one, and maybe put a couple of them out. Because I think we want to have one maybe with sheep, one maybe with goats, one maybe to um, kind of run it around a few times. I don't like those so much. This one's 25, but it does leave me with a nice storage area. This one's 25, 15, 15, 150. I think we almost like that one. That one's not too bad. Kind of looks like a nice little barn. We could probably kind of build a little tractor system up. Something that looks kind of decent. Whoa. Yeah, gotcha. Oh, what that is saying is I shouldn't. How am I left? How can I change? I'm trying to change my cruise. But it's not. Oh, shoot. I should have changed the veil size, but that's fine. Well, I don't know why. Do I have to activate? I don't know. I don't know exactly how to do that. I guess I don't know. I don't know what is up with the cruise speed. So I wonder if I want to put the sheet pen close to the spinnery. I think that's what I want to do. I kind of want to go kind of closer into town. I don't know why. Maybe because I got this baler on here. I don't know why I can't change. Why I can't change the cruise speed. I think it might be because can I lift the pickup? Open cover. I can open the cover. Oh, that's nice. Well, I can't fold the barrel. Can I shoot the barrel out? Maybe I got to turn off the baler. Unload baler Y. All right. All right, we're going to set the baler down right here for the time being. I still can't run that. So, okay, what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to get a trailer, transport, and I think we're going to get this Farm Tech. Auto load. Yes, auto load. I don't think we need that on there. And we can say, no, we don't need it. Oh, yeah, we can put it back only, I guess. All right, 20 grand. There we go. There goes 20 grand. And we might already have screwed this stuff up. And I think, all right, so I think this is where my problem in lies. I think somewhere in here, I can put in, or maybe here back, I think. All right, see, there we go. 1920. Can I do this down here? Nope. Oop, gosh darn it. I don't know why I can't change my cruise speed. All right, so uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Can I pull that one out of the baler? Yeah, I'll leave it in the baler for the time being. That means 135,000. Now the only thing I need to try to find a mod for is an animal dealer. Because I don't have an animal dealer. And I kind of would like to have an animal dealer. That would be a kind of a nice thing. And this road is way bigger than kind of need it to be. All right, so anyhow, let's go to operating procedure. And let's sell this, make sure we can sell it. Yeah, left stick, nothing's happening. I have no idea. No idea why that isn't working. Somebody knows, you know, kind of bleep bloop it down there in the comment section. I guess while I'm doing that, I can actually get this up here. Switch accounts. View my channel. All right. Now I don't know which side necessarily can unload from. Wow, we have trees that aren't even touching the ground. Not a fan of that at all. Oh, maybe I can just do this. What if I just hit unload bales here? Oh no. Did we just mess up? I guess that would be grain in that side. Here's bales would be on this side. All right, so that's 3,000. All right, so we know we can do that. We know we can unload some bales. So now we just need to find out what kind of sheep barn. What is going on here? There we go. What kind of sheep barn we want. I think 150 looks pretty good. We need to try to find one that has the biggest return. And I think we're going to put the sheep pen. Oh, we're kind of close to town right here. Might be a good place for the sheep pen. Let's shut this thing off a minute. It's 60,000, so we'll have plenty. That's 25 for that old sheep barn. 50. 1,000. Well, this would be 500. Uh-oh. Oh, what a weather today. Moisture is bad for wiring and electrical equipment, so wear on the electrical system is slightly higher in these conditions. On top of that, harvesting in weather like this is strongly discouraged. It'll only harm your combine. Well, I don't have to worry about any of that. I mean, this is 150. And I think if I can see in here, I guess I can't see in here. I don't know where I don't know exactly where they pop out at, like all the stuff I got to pick up. This one here, well, I don't have enough money for that guy anyhow, so I guess that really don't matter. But this here, it pops up right on the corner, and I don't care for that. It looks like that one's 60 or 48. It looks like this one is probably going to be the best. So I'll put it a little ways back here. Let's try to get it as close to their road as possible. All right, and then we'll set it off over here a little bit. I think that might be a good place for it. Yes, we'll customize the sheep fence. Okay, we got that in there. Let's just bring, oh no. How will I know if I'm straight? I won't know if I'm straight. I guess it really don't matter if it's straight or not. I don't know, I can't tell if that's straight or not straight. So I'll just say that that looks pretty straight. That looks pretty good. This might not be as straight, but this one here, we're going to go blop and we're going to change the section. We're going to reverse the section so we can get in there. And then we're going to go back to these sections. And yes. All right. So that is done. So let's go ahead and put a road in. And this road will be kind of dirt, and then we'll put some gravel on top of it. I mean, it's mud light. All right, we can make that look better later on. And I think we should be able to get, I think these houses are going to be too freaking expensive. I think I have houses in here someplace. Maybe I don't. Oh, there we go. Holy smackers. Yeah, the houses are pretty expensive. But let's run up there and kind of see once what we have for sheep. And I don't know where. We can put 178 of them in here, which is pretty all right by me. I don't know where in the world. Let's just buy a couple sheep and figure out where stuff goes. All right, so extremely high, extremely high, extremely high. We like that. Not so much liking that. There's a ram. It looks like everything's pretty high. And let's just buy selected. Ooh, we got to be careful with that. Those things are expensive. All right, let's click on this and we should. Okay, so that RAM can do stuff with that other RAM. And we need to get some food in there so they can be happy. And there they are. Look at them. Oh, so pretty. All right, let's close this door. Um, I guess we should have maybe done some other stuff, but I think that there will be a ram. I think we'll put a cotton field around the entire thing, and then a barn where we can, as far as we can put maybe some cotton in there. But there. So now we need to find a plow so we can plow the fields, and then put a grass field and say a cotton field. And then we'll try to maybe put a little farm, a little building there, something to make it look a little more like a home. I don't know what we're gonna do with the rain. Oh, we could. I don't know what we're gonna do with rain. Can we plow in the rain? Should be able to plow in the rain. Okay, let's get the baler inside where it can stay dry for a minute or two. I got to figure out how. I might have to change and get a different baler. Okay, bale size. All right, that's the biggest bale size. All right. All right, so that's hooked up. All right, let's check. Did we have a plow? This looks like a cultivator. 400 horse. Yeah, we don't have any of that. We got 57. We don't really have. What is this? Subsoiler. What do we have for just regular plows? Do we have any plows that are decent plows that aren't $7 bazillion? Oh, here, 8,000. You need 180 horsepower for that. 160 for that. Pretty sure our vehicle doesn't have that. We're right at 160. So we need. These are 120. I wonder if these things work. They don't really look like a plow. I guess they kind of look like a plow. They're cheap enough. This one does 4 meters for 130. 15 shanks, 4.6. These are 8 meters. They're huge. They don't really look like plows, though, do they? Eight meters. Something tells me that those aren't going to plow like they're supposed to. But it's twice as big as that. Do we try it? I think we got to try it. It's cheap enough. It's cheap enough to try it. All right, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and just park this baler over here for the time being. Probably should need to, I don't know if I need a weight for this or not. It's missing some stuff. I think we might have just wasted a whole bunch of money there. But at least we can get a field marked out, kind of what we want. Oh, I didn't realize that thing was so far away. Holy smokes. We're going to need some goats as well. Probably end up putting it on the same field or the same farm. All right. Let's not go closer to town. We can probably do behind. All right, let's stop for a minute. Okay, let's go into construction. All right. Uh-oh, I'm not going to be able to. Let's find some mud grass. Okay, that's all the closer I'm going to be able to get to that side. I guess we can put it maybe on this side of the road. Let's, I guess maybe right here. Shift. Is that mud grass? I don't know if I like that mud grass. I guess that might be big enough. We can always change it, right? There. That'll be all right, I think. Okay, allow to create fields and then lower it. Now we're gonna have some rocks. I have to figure something out. I don't know how much that cement plant is. Okay, let's lift. Let's lower it right here once. Oh, that might have been a little too far, but that's all right. We can touch up these fields if we need to. We're not going to get too crazy. This tractor's a little bit slow, but it's creating fields just fine. Leaves us with 53,000 left. Now each month we're going to make more. Well, nothing else to do in the rain, right? Oh, there's some hail damage going on there. I don't know. Hopefully the plowing takes that away. Oh, engine overload. The engine is under enormous strain. It may be that the task you're trying to do is simply too much for this machine and you should consider using a more powerful unit, or it may be enough to slow down or reduce the load on the engine. In any case, keep in mind that wear arises noticeably under this kind of stress. All right, suppose. I wonder if it's because it's a little more muddy. I tried to get the biggest or the smallest plow I could. I think it only needed 120 horsepower. I should be doing fine. I don't know what the case is. But I know we're gonna have to do some stone picking. I'm also gonna have to look up. Yeah, it doesn't like driving in already plowed fields. So it'll go through the grass fine. It just doesn't like going through the plowed muck very well. Now I know. Oh, engine's lugging. I can't help that. We have a standard or an automatic transmission. I got 53,000. I don't know if I can upgrade. I don't know if I can upgrade that or not. Maybe shouldn't be doing this in the rain. Let's go to the end of the. Probably doesn't like the fact that I'm in the rain. I'm guessing that's all it is. Yeah, it's a little bit of rain. So one thing I need to do is I got to look at some downloads and see if I can't find a lime production plant. Someplace I can dump these stones to be able to get lime. I don't know if I can do that. Maybe we can kind of try to do a few different clicks at the few different right times. But I thought they used to at one time have a lime production plant. I don't know what ever happened to that. All right, so I got lime purchasing station. I don't want a purchasing station. I want a production station. Lime quarry and crusher. TNT lime production. It takes water and rock, which is fine with that. I don't like their, they have a little I don't like the fact they have little wheel slipping badly. I know I'm plowing in the rain and I shouldn't. Looks like your wheels are slipping badly. You may even be stuck right now. And not in the mood for advice, but keep this in mind. When wheel slip is one of the most destructive factors for a transmission, and it'll bring your next service much quicker. Well, I know. We're almost done here, guy. We're almost done. Try to hold off. Okay, there's a lime factory, lime, salt, herbicide, seed production. I like the lime seed, and that's a fertilizer station. I want an actual lime production. It's an older one. Whoa. Mini lime production. I don't want mini. Lime and cement factory. I like the cement factory already, so we don't necessarily want to do that one. Come on, you can do it. A lot of placeable sales station. Basic production pack. Oh, no, no, no. Not doing any of that. I have to be able to read and understand what they're trying to sell. Whoa. Whoa, we're going to miss some of our field. I wonder if they have like a production tab I can look at. All right, one more swipe here. And that should be enough of that. All righty. Alrighty, well, that's be enough for that right now. Guess I could have left the, oh goodness. Guess I could have left the plow over there. Well, the rain's got to stop here pretty soon. All right, I'm gonna park this thing inside. All right, so let's go back over here. Oops. Let's save that quick for a second. Do a search for lime production. Oh, great. I had a frickin' there we go. TNT line production. Mini lime production. Lime fertilizer, salt. Fertilizer and herbicide production. Future tech. Huh. All right. We like that. We like it. Let's hit download. Download Crusher. Mods. Okay, we got Crusher in there. Lizard production, hop store pack, farm production field requirements, mega hub production, production pack. What's this one? Oh, Lime Master, Beat Master. Stones and just lime. I like the one we're looking at. The one we're looking at also does sand. Limestone quarry. It's kind of build on quarry thing. I'm not really into all of that. I don't like that. Stone crusher. Glues. Lime factory. That's not really a lime factory. Small cement factory. Nope, I kind of like where I'm at. Kind of like where I'm at. All right, so is it still raining out there? Okay, it stopped raining. Let's look at what stone pickers. Holy schmackers. Wow. Wow. I guess we can always roll them into the ground. Let's see what we got for grassland care. 17,000 to seed. And it also rolls. $21,000. Wow. Well, that's got to be what it only does those 2 seeds. I mean, after looking at this, 21,000 isn't really too bad. I mean, we got these little ones, but it's 3 meters, 400. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking these ain't too bad, except for they only do grass. But we got to plant some seeds in there anyhow. Cedar unit knocks it up to 21. Does set 6 meters though. We don't have to plant anything in that thing right now, to be honest. Yeah, one thing that we can do. We can actually get some more hay and put it in or grass and put it in. Whoa! That was a little bit crazy. This thing hauls ass. Wonder how much a cotton harvester. Holy mackerel. Holy mackerel. I don't think we're going to have cotton for a long time. Spinnery is 180. Well, we might have jumped on these sheep just a bit quick. I might have to get some goats in there right away so we start getting some milk. So I don't know how long it's going to take to get 180,000. I guess we can mow the pants out of these fields. I might be able to sell the wool at the spin or at the. We should be able to sell that at the farmer's market. There's got to be some spinners in another country that'll come in, or another town that'll come over and pick some of that up. Right now, I'm just trying to get some grass cut to get in by the sheep so the sheep don't die when I sleep. But in reality, we have enough of everything to keep money coming in. We don't really necessarily we don't need the money. We're just gonna throw it in this covered building over here. Lower it. There we go. All right, let's go get the bale. Let's go get the baler, bale the stuff up, get the wagon, drop it off to the sheep. Then we'll look to kind of see what other sheep they might have for sale. Need to get cow production going too, but that's going to be a while. Need a chicken farm. That'll be for a while. Oh. Wow, why did I put that thing so far away? I guess I can plant cotton in there. It really doesn't need to plant cotton until I get like a spinnery and a tailor going on. Oh, PTO angle's too sharp. Be careful, the PTO angle between the machine and the implement is too large. The drive shaft starts working with a harsh pulsations, vibration increases and wears out and builds up quickly. Keep the PTO angle below 30 degrees and try to disengage the PTO on sharp turns and headland maneuvers. That advanced damage system isn't messing around. We need to figure out the cow barn. We also got the butcher shop we'll have to look into. All right. I guess we can fold the baler, I guess, for now. Pretty sure we're going to use it again shortly. Oh no. Whoa, driving too fast over rough terrain will quickly wear out suspension on your Fiat. On top of that, these vibrations also harm other systems, hydraulic and electronics. Drive smoothly and take it easy. All right, X. Let's get this dropped off so that the sheep have something to eat. I know they'll have their pasture, but until they have their pasture, we're going to have to definitely get them something here. All right, unload bales here. Uh-oh. All right. All right, stop that for a minute. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to look up. All right, so all right, buy selected. Yeah, buy them. All right. So we should. They have plenty of grass. The meadow isn't quite there yet, but whoa, whoa! Look at you go! Look at you go! Do it again! Wee! Look at you go! You're all happy! Yay! All happy! What is your name? You don't have a name, do you? You don't have a name. All right, well, rest of you guys, we got some goats. We got King here. Oh no, that's not King. Where is King? Is King over here? You don't look like a goat. Oh, that's King. Oh, so he's a little goat. He's just a tiny little guy, though. He's not able to do any impregnating. All right. Well, at least that's done. We'll find out what where everything appears. All right. So let's head back. We're probably actually going to have to get a regular bale unloader. Rather than this thing. How much are those things? 90 grand. Zow. That's crazy. All right, so what we're going to do is put this thing, we're going to put this thing in for inspection because we were a little rough on it. See what kind of trouble it has. All right, so repair, LB for an inspection. Tomorrow at 8:20. Holy mackerel. How much does that cost? 400 bucks? Let's just start it. So while that's going, you can't inspection in progress. Let's see, what do we have for sale? Anything that we can deal with right now? Rambler van or Rumbler van, which I don't know what the hell? What the hell is in there? Look at that, 42,000 for a little. That's a round bale loader. I wish that was a square bale roller. Kubota M7. Yeah, we can upgrade that one a little bit. 45 for that one. That'll do 116, 150. Holy moly, that's a little expensive. 27 up to 110. That doesn't really get me where I want to be. 135, that doesn't get me anywhere I want to be. 125, that's not doing too much either. Oh, maybe something will be on sale tomorrow. Let's go ahead and go to sleep. Guess we can go this way. We can go to sleep. Inspection will be done. And it should be a second day. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's frickin' raining again. That ain't gonna help us much. Ooh, potato planter. That's a forage mixer. I don't think we need a forage mixer anytime soon yet. That's cheap enough. We need to buy like little zoomy. 25 $5,000 and get a little S10 for 5,000 bucks. Holds 24 bales? What the hell? Oh. Sample in-game mod? Little truck here. $400 for this little thing. Bam. Oh, that little Kubota Sidekick for 1,200 isn't too bad at all. Oh, do I want to buy this thing or not? I don't even know if I want to buy this thing. Oh, we need something that's going to, something that we can run around with. Let that thing warm up for a bit. Oh, well, would have been nice if it had a roof. Some doors. Well, I guess while that's warming up, let's go buy some fuel. Because we're going to need some fuel. Let's buy 5,000 liters. All right. All right, let's hit it. Hit it, Jack. All right, so, oops. Where? I think the cows could pretty much go on the end of this road here. Woo! I think got a little crazy there. All right, let's go inside. Hey there, fed good. Oh, you're kind of freaked out, aren't you? There you go. So over the course of a day, nothing happens. We might just sleep for another day. Oh, there it goes. We do actually have something that gets thrown in up on this side. I don't know how many we can get. Can't pick it up. All right, well, that's a start. That's what I wanted to look at as an animal dealer. Animal dealer. Sorry, I'm looking at some. This is showing all the maps that have one. It doesn't really show a. Yeah, it's not showing any type of a animal dealer. What's this? Oh, that's something we can look into too. Let's go to the first one. Animal trader. All right, how much is that thing? 800. Oh yeah, shut the engine off. My bad. Just trying to do this quick. All right, let me shut this off. Whoa. All right. Yeah, my bad. Didn't mean to sit there and idle. My bad. $800,000 for an animal dealer. I wonder if I can take $1 million loan out. Oh, let's check on our tractor. Oops. No breakdowns, or they haven't been detected. Looks like we can not have to worry about that for a while. Alrighty. Oh, while we're in here, let's go construction. Cows. I don't know if we, oops. Food goes there. Does it have, it has slurry. $150 cows in this thing. Okay, it does milk. Food goes in there. Food drops off over there. Looks like there's a milk production here. Maybe slurry comes out over here. All right, it's 40, 40, 20, 99. $200 in this thing. Doesn't look like there's any milk. Oh, this is a whole big operation. 16 cows? No. 500 cows in this thing. Slurry, milk. Automatic feeders. I'm not really into that today. $300 cows in that. Oh, it has a big pasture. And I can change some of it. What is that? Automatic feeder? Oh, that's just where the milk comes out. That might not be too bad. $80,000. $70. $140. There's milk. I can customize. $140 cows. That would probably be pretty decent. And it's got a, then it has a pasture. At least a part of a pasture. 180 though. Shoo. Okay, this has a customized pasture. Milk. Slurry. I don't know where the slurry goes. Slurry's right there. That's not too bad. For 80 grand, I think this is the one we end up doing. Those 250 cows. For 80 grand, that ain't too bad. These are pretty badass, but they're huge. I don't think I like that at all. Ooh, this one here is not too bad. Doesn't do silage, only manure. What is that? No, not into that one at all. That one doesn't do slurry either. I think for 80 grand, I think that one there is the one we need to get. Where'd it go? For 250. Oh, this doesn't do. Yeah, it does. Does it not? Yeah, it does slurry. It might not do manure. That's 250 cows, plus I can customize the pasture. I can make a huge, you put this down here and just make a huge pasture. Oh, did it have milk? Yeah, it's got milk right there. Oops, excuse me. Can't do pasture in this one. That's almost 280,000. I like this $80,000 one. I don't know. I think that's manure because it definitely has silage or that. What is? Yeah, okay, so That's not what I wanted to look at. I ain't so bad either, really. All right, what is... Still frickin' raining? It's probably gonna rain all frickin' day. And we don't have anything for... Nothing's for sale. Oh, we don't have much to do but sleep. Yeah, yeah, we kind of, yeah. Where's our calendar here? What the heck is that? Oh, that's showing a little map of where everything's at. All right, I gotcha. Meadow, don't have any meadow. I don't know, let's sleep for another month. Actually, let's not do that. What are those guys doing? What are them geese flying? What do we got here? Hold on here a second. Oof. What is this? There we go. I need to save, and I need to go get something to eat. How about that? And we'll hang out while until it stops raining. All right, well, we'll be back here shortly. We'll quit for now. I got a couple things that we're gonna have to add up in there anyhow. So until then, we can figure that out. But anyhow, we'll catch up with you.